Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Kingdoms Reborn in Darbyhillmontishire. We are currently progressing toward that industrial age, so everything's gonna be looking a little bit different going forward, which is great. Still struggling a bit on food, and I love seeing the data of my exponential consumption growth going up there. That feels pretty cool. As a guy who appreciates data, you know, that's just a fun thing we can do. We've been modifying some of our budget as well as our work hours because we're making a fair chunk of money at this point. So we're trying to eke out just a bit of extra productivity in a few places to make sure we are getting plenty of raw resources that we are going to need. But I also kind of wonder if maybe we're doing this a little bit wrong. Maybe now that we are getting... Oh, storage is too far. See, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Maybe one thing we are doing wrong in this particular playthrough is we ought to be focusing a lot more on things like trade in order to sustain our economy, right? If we get to a point where I am producing lots of cheap raw resources, and I could be producing a lot of refined goods and selling that, that might end up being a net profit for my economy, and the extra money can go to just buying out the resources we need, and then we never have to worry about it. For example, I can see that we are starting to run low on things like coal. Now, the solution to that could be just go ahead and produce even more coal, which let's go ahead and change up that budget and make it a bit more productive, by the way. Could do that, sure. Or, alternatively, maybe the solution is actually to buy some more trading companies, and I do think that's something that we are going to do. So, for example, right now we have a trading company that is buying milk to send to our chocolatier, right? And that's been good, because right now we can't produce any milk, so I was using it as something we can buy. You know, a trading company is useful when you otherwise can't get a resource, but you should never spend your money. But I think that's wrong. I think what we can do is, let's just go ahead and quick build this trading company right here, and this one is going to be importing the milk for me, which, there it is right there, at 5.36, which isn't even all that expensive. Let's say we want to import until we have 200, and the advantage of this is I'm pretty sure this trading company is going to be dropping off resources right next to my chocolatier, which means it's going to be just that much more effective. And instead of having the milk being dropped off all the way over here, let's say instead that we want to be importing some coal. Yeah, I know, it's a bit more pricey, but we're making plenty of money. We're not producing enough. It's game-breaking if we don't have enough coal. Let's just go ahead and start doing that, right? So I don't know, maybe that's what we ought to be doing, is transitioning toward a purely luxury-based economy and stop trying to produce so much of these raw resources myself. Let's see, 28 versus 27, this is going to be slightly better. I am getting some more medicinal herbs, by the way, because I see that we are running lower on medicine than I feel like we ought to be. So let's also get a second medicine maker, and we'll place you, let's say, up over here, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and quick build you because I'm bored of waiting. Sustainability, productivity, boom, 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 everything gets upgraded. And since we have more than one of these medicine makers, we can go ahead and boost you up as well. Boom, done, thank you. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and, you guessed it, boost how much we are working there. Boom, thank you. This forester probably doesn't need to be here, but all right, we'll leave him there for now. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that we could be doing there. Let's swap, there we go, over to some productivity books in the scholar's office for the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that might be the way to go. And I think we are going to be transitioning more and more toward that. So I plan on buying a lot of trading companies in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get some more housing going because it does look to me like we are running a little bit low on some space. I think I have room for a road along here, which we should go ahead and just take advantage of like so. There we go. And if I want to just go ahead and place a few little cypress gardens in order to boost that appeal back up, we can go ahead and do that. Boom, now these houses are going to look a whole lot better. Right next to a school, it's prime real estate, buds. Prime real estate. Boost up the baker. In the meantime, we also have resources we could be selling off that we have a huge excess of. Beeswax is a good example. It's worth 10.7. Look how much beeswax I have, and look how much we're using. Like, what do we do with all that beeswax? Answer, right now, nothing. So if we don't have any immediate use, and I don't want to make more, you know, luxury goods like candles, though to be honest, we probably should, why not just go ahead and sell it off and make a huge profit? I mean, I'm just thinking, it's probably the way to go. We're getting some more housing to deal with some of this homelessness. Honestly, our birth rate is just, at this point, so high. I'm going to go ahead and quick build some of these houses, just solve the immediate problem. So we don't have people leaving because I do still need some additional houses. Even though we do have enough to get to the industrial age at this point, I don't mind having extra people sitting around, extra laborers, workers, blah, blah, blah. Boost that up. Thank you very much. And oh, look at that. Because we're importing a bunch of coal, all of a sudden, it looks like we actually do have a small stockpile to work with. That's great. I don't mind buying a wild card. We can do that. We'll buy a couple more wild cards. Another wild card. I mean, all we'd be doing is waiting for these to get up to a stack of 5 so I can get more wild cards, but I'm also looking for an extra... I don't need a beekeeper. Pass on this. I'm looking for some extra trading companies right off the bat, and I don't see any, but that's all right. That's all right. We got some extra wild cards. Let's go ahead and buy out at least a couple more trading companies. Where do we want to place these? Great question. I need... I probably am going to need another industrial area because once we get to the industrial age, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot more refining buildings that can't be next to houses. So let's see. We could build that housing over here, and this could become a new... This could become a new area for me. That wouldn't be too bad, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward that. So let's go ahead and build some roads and stuff out over here. I think we'll have more houses, but I think we're going to have like lots of trading companies in this area, which means we should go ahead and start preemptively building, let's say, a couple of warehouses, honestly. I think a couple of those sounds completely fine. We'll go ahead and do this. There we go. Because we're going to need lots of storage space if we're going to do that. Because once we're in the industrial age, we've got concrete, we've got industrialization, jewelry, and so on. Clocks, cotton mills, paper mills, electricity. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do here. Lots of cool stuff. House income, social science. I thought it said justice for a second. My brain went there automatically. Science output from houses sounds really good. Ooh, we could boost up our science rate by another 20%. I'm very partial to that option right there. Let's go ahead and boost up the bakers once again because I feel like we still need it. We have a little bit too much population, but not that much, and we're already getting these houses up to level 7. Remember, the more houses we have, the more tier 1 luxuries we're going to need. I don't think I'm producing enough pottery anymore. Do we have any more rivers I could buy my way to? Yes, over here. We need more clay production, unless, of course, maybe, again, this is where I'm just looking at it wrong, we should instead be importing some clay and turning it into pottery, you know? Actually, oh, hello, industrial age, thank you. Oh, okay, I was going to say we don't need the immigrants, but now we have to choose an era bonus. Capitalism, 100% money from luxury consumption. Well, we're consuming a lot of luxuries, so this would produce a stupid amount of money, I think. And then communism, 25% productivity to all production buildings. Wow, that's powerful. But it halves the effectiveness of motivation and passion because happiness does not matter in a communist society. I'm not trying to make a commentary, that's just what the game is saying. I am trying to make a commentary, actually, but there we go. So, I don't know which is better. I mean, 25% raw productivity outweighs the need for motivation and passion cards most of the time. Like, this is just raw good. But what if I'm really right on this trade economy thing? At what point is capitalism better because we can import so many raw goods, we don't need the production buildings, and focus exclusively on refining artisan buildings and projects, right? For furniture, for pottery, for clothes. That this ends up being by a long shot the better option. At that point, all we want is to focus on happiness and population growth and lots of luxury consumption. Interesting. I think we're gonna try capitalism because I kind of wonder if mathematically this is gonna end up being the better option. I think it might. Let's try capitalism. That'd be fun. No, we don't need immigrants. Sorry. That's also not a commentary on capitalism. Wonder score or population score? I don't care about score, so I guess we'll say population because I only have one wonder right now, and otherwise I don't really feel like I care that much. By the way, over in our scribing office, as soon as we are done making this productivity book, we're going to swap over to making some more wild cards, just as I think that's going to be the better way to go. So, tech. I think we go for the scientific theories because 20% extra science is obviously rather huge. I feel like that is the way to go. In the meantime, these warehouses are getting built up. I'm just going to go ahead and quick build because I, again, am just tired of waiting. Trading companies. So we talked about building some of these over here. And I think we still do that. I'm going to leave a little room for an alleyway. And I think we're going to place down a couple of these, to be honest. And by a couple, I mean like 3. So what I could do now is place down some potters or something and import the clay directly rather than focus on exploiting that river that I just bought. And that is certainly an option. We also might be able to start selling off some of our excess beeswax, or maybe we want to get ourselves an extra chandler. I honestly wouldn't mind getting an extra chandler, or candle maker, I'm sure they're called in this. Yeah, they are. Tell you what, we'll just go ahead and place you... Can we fit you right here? Ooh, we can! Perfect. That's what I want. Build a candle maker. Boom, boom. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Candle Makers Guild boosts you up. And where was the other one? We had another one up here somewhere. That's a beekeeper. Where did I place the other... Now, finding things is sometimes a little bit difficult. This fruit gatherer is useless, by the way. I'm turning you off so we stop even bothering with workers. Where did I place the other beekeeper? Well, that's probably fine. Maybe it was over here or something. Candlemaker! There you are. We can get a candlemaker guild just to make these guys have a little bit more of a boost. There we go. Boom. And set the target for 1,000. I want to have lots of candles. So the idea here being that we're not going to consume anywhere near that many of the candles, but we can now export some candles for 21. So the goal is to have, let's say, 600 candles on hand. That means I have about 400 that I'll be able to sell off whenever we are finishing up our maximum target from the candle makers. So now we make lots of luxuries, and that's how we start making money. Oh my god! 13,000 gold? Holy frick! Capitalism, like, tripled my income. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's really good. What do we have another huge excess of? Wool. We have a lot of wool. Well, I could set up another tailor and make an excess of clothes. Rather than sell the wool, we have lots of workers available. What if I just set up another tailor, let's say right over here. Do something kind of like that. There we go. And we'll be able to just start making lots of clothes, and we'll sell the excess of clothes. I'm just going to go ahead and quick build, because apparently I'm making more money than I have any idea what to do with. Tailor Town, sure, might as well. 1,000, boom. Then we go to the trading company, and we are going to be exporting the clothes, worth 31. Oh my god. And these are tier 2 luxuries. We're just going to be overproducing the crud out of all of them. Dude, I'm just saying, I think this might actually be the way to go. If we have this much wool, we might as well be boosting these guys up as well, to be working extra hours and using up more of the stuff. We don't even need the sustainability books. I'm just doing it because, I mean, why not? We apparently have so much wool coming from only 2 sheep ranches. It's a little bit ludicrous, actually. Oh, fine, I'll allow some extra immigrants in. I don't know if that's the right choice, but we're going to let them in anyway because I'm a generous soul. Bring you guys here, and a couple of extra houses along over here. There we go. And we'll need some more roads to come along down this way. Fine. Quick build. Houses, at least, are very, very cheap. So that's all fine. Did we, by the way, in the last video, set up imports? No, we did not. So we are not importing any of the wine and gold and stuff that I think we're going to need from Inyalitan. So let's go ahead and just get rid of a bunch of stuff over here, because I know that this is a very large construction. What is it called? It's like a... Inner city logistics port, yeah. Like, look how far back this has to be in order to even be at the dock. Pretty far. Ugh, this is just ugly. But all right, fine, fair enough. Let's just go ahead and get that set. And then we'll get a small little makeup farm right over here, I guess, and we'll allow you to make some more medicinal herbs, and boom. Okay, let's quick build this, because what I want to do from Inyalitan is start importing grapes. Like, up to, I don't know, 1,000 of them or so. And let's also start importing my gold ore. We can do some smelting jobs back home here. And I think that's going to be best, because that's where we have the most workers available. And Inyalitan primarily exists as just like an outpost to gather up some useful resources. That's really all that they're here for. Nothing else here really matters. I'm going to go ahead and just do the frugality book there, because, I mean, I don't really have any immediate use for it. Yeah, we should be getting plenty of gold. Plenty of gold. Where is it going? So we got 900 grapes sitting here right now. Those are potatoes. Warehouse right here. 2,000 gold ore. Yeah, there's a lot that we could be sending back home. And we should. So we will. And we can process those back home and create some more luxury goods. I think this is the way to play. It's fun. This still needs to be set up. You know something I could say? We need to stop producing or worrying about whether we are producing enough stone. We could just start importing stone myself, and instead, because like I was thinking we might have to build another quarry, but if we have less than 1,000 stone, just go ahead and start importing some of it. Because here's the thing, I already looked at this. If you go to concrete, it's going to take stone and sand. I've got loads of sand, but not enough stone. Rather than increase the amount of quarries we have built up, why not just import the stone using the huge amount of money that we're currently sitting on? I think that's what the smart play is. Swap these over to wild cards. We meant to do that earlier. Let's just go ahead and do it now. Food-wise, how are we doing? It says we're breaking even. I'm not sure how much I believe it, but let's go ahead and boost up the bakers once again because it's never going to hurt to have excess bread. How are you guys doing over here, Mr. Taylor? You should be doing pretty good. Let us get a winemaker. There's got to be... Winery. Hello, winery. That'll work. I would love to place you somewhere out over here. Maybe we can. Yeah, let's place you out over here. And we'll also have a warehouse nearby that should only really be able to accept things like grapes and wine, so we can start producing that luxury good. I'm going to quick build you just so I can quickly manage the storage. Disallow all. We care about grapes, and we care about wine as a luxury good. Everything else really doesn't belong here, but to be safe, we'll allow some medicinal herbs and maybe a few extra things of food, let's say. Actually, no, we can't allow things like cabbage and stuff because the, this warehouse and logistics have to work together. I don't want them splitting things up, otherwise logistics isn't going to work. So that's fine. All right, so we're going to have storage then for our proper wine, which I guess I could just quick build right now, but, like, why? So I imagine they're going to quickly bring these things over here. Sure, we'll allow some more immigrants. Now we're capped out on houses again. Oh, lordy. I don't know. I kind of feel like this capitalistic society thing might end up being really powerful. I think that people are going to be super happy living here. It's hilarious, actually. How far did that school reach? Okay, we're kind of at our limit. So this is about as far as it's going to go. We can place down... I don't need to place down some cypress stuff. Let's place down some shrubbery, just to boost up the immediate appeal in this vicinity. And maybe we place down some extra to kind of isolate this stuff from the rest of the industrial sector I'm about to turn this into. But for now, I'm sure this will be all right. Okay. So we are exporting candles and clothes. We are importing stone, but we have enough stone at the moment, so I'm not too worried about it. We have a lot more paper than I currently need, but I'm going to hold on to paper because I feel like we might actually find a use for that in the future. We've got lots of dye, which I've never figured out what to do with. There's got to be something useful. We could import food, by the way. Food is relatively cheap, and that would solve some problems. Heck, you know what? We've been having issues with producing things like beer and stuff for a while. What if we just went ahead and boosted that further? You know? I mean, these are the things. Like, we can omit the need for so many raw resources simply by taking advantage of trade. I am willing to bet. Let's go and get the concrete factory, by the way, because I know this is needed for a lot of other upgrades and stuff in the industrial age. I'm willing to bet that in the harder difficulties, managing trade is what's going to keep you going. It's not going to be self-sustainability, which is what we've been focusing on up to this point, which is fun, but probably not what we're actually looking for. I am willing to bet you that you have to figure out how to manage your trade in the most profitable way in order to get the resources to survive. I really, really suspect that is the case. We need another logistics warehouse, by the way, or office or whatever, next to this warehouse, because we'll be delivering cannabis and stuff over here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and allow some more immigrants. Why not? We want to have some extra cannabis being delivered. So cannabis, for example, yeah, do that. Extra worker slot if you want. Set delivery target. How about to this secondary market that I placed way down over here? That way it gets delivered, so we have plenty of level 1 goods. We're struggling a little bit on some of the level 1s. I mean, pottery is continuing to get a lot worse. So that's certainly a thing. So what if, then, we got some more potters? Let's say one there. And let's say one here. And then we got ourselves another trading company. Right here. Which apparently I slightly messed up the road, but oh well. Yep, that's fine. And we'll just import. Let's just test it. Let's see if this actually works as well as I hope it will. I suspect it will. I suspect it'll work great. We'll worry about the quick build later, though. I have so many workers, this shouldn't be an issue. In fact, let's just go ahead and start gathering, like, all the wood from this area, because I guarantee you I'm going to use this. Let's just go ahead and chop things down and speed it up. Why is there still a level 1 house over here? I feel like it shouldn't be. By the way, wine is apparently a tier 2 luxury. Okay, I need to figure out what other tier 3 luxuries exist. I am willing to bet you that the watches and clocks and stuff I saw earlier will count as a tier 3 luxury, but the more of those we have, obviously, the better. Wow, you guys deforested this area pretty quick. How many workers do I have over here? Oh, you know, 344. By the way, we should upgrade this. Let's do that. 50,000. Boom! Now everything's blue. I'm blue and die. You get the point. So we now have 10% industrial production. What does that mean? What defines industrial production as opposed to other things? I actually do need a furniture workshop. We're going to do that. Mint, nah, pass on that. We already got another candle maker, so I think we're fine there. More bakeries, pass. Theater, gold mine, potter, we already got all that. Blah, 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 pass. Hauling services. Sand mine, maybe, but I think we got enough sand at the moment. Blacksmith, tailor, glassworks, brickworks, swap. Nothing really exciting here except for maybe a tavern. Speaking of which, have we been able to upgrade taverns like at all? No. No, we cannot. I wouldn't mind getting a tavern, but we also have so much happiness, I don't think it matters. So we'll ignore that for the time being. Boost up the food production, keep the bread coming. Sweet, sweet carbs. I need all of them. All the carbs. Give it to me. How are the glassworks doing? Let's go ahead and boost them up. We got money. We can give higher wages in exchange for more hours. That's great. It's a great deal. These are houses. Where did I put my glass workers? Oh, frick. I'm losing track of things increasingly out here. What's this? Oh, we should be boosting up that. Yeah, extra glass annealing and stuff. That sounds fantastic. Candles. Crap, I don't remember where I put it. I don't remember where I put it. I'm making glass somewhere. I know that I am, but I couldn't tell you where. So, all right, fine, fair enough. Well, somewhere we're making glass works, and if I build another one, we can change the production target toward like 1,000. There's some wine getting distributed. Look how low we are on tier 1s. Pretty soon these houses are going to downgrade, not because they're not making really good luxuries, but because I'm not getting enough of the low-level stuff. Scientific theories and concrete factory, both done. That's great. We had talked about going for things like cattle ranches so we can start making our own milk, but I'm increasingly wondering if that's even worth it. What if we go for industrialization? 20% extra output, plus we can get a steelworks to start making iron bars and coal, plus we can get industrial scale iron smelting. Now, I don't know how good that is. I have wondered why this iron smelter was looking out of date. Now I know why. It's because there's supposed to be more. Let's boost up my iron production and increase the happiness and passion and productivity and stuff here, because I'm willing to bet you we're going to need a lot of iron ore in a bit. I'm willing to bet you we're going to start going through it pretty fast. Concrete factory, huh? Well, placing it anywhere near these people will make them upset. It doesn't matter, though, because we can power through it by virtue of simply having lots of appeal buildings. Or gardens. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we'll go ahead and place that there. And then we expand the roads out like that. Do we have roads over here? We did already. Perfect. And then we just go ahead and place down some cypress gardens. And yeah, the appeal had chonked down for a bit, but who cares? Because placing down some topiary, we'll call them noise cancelers as if this was city skylines or something, solves the problem. Concrete factory. I'm looking forward to this one. So we're importing stone over here, which is great. And we should be making loads of sand. So we should be able to make lots and lots of concrete. You need to be, 1, upgraded, 2, importing clay, since I'm not producing a ton of that myself anymore. Clay is exceptionally cheap. Holy crud. All right. Boost, 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 boost. And we'll give you some books. Boost, 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 boost. I don't have enough bricks. I'm out of bricks? Whoa, I haven't been out of bricks in for frickin' ever. Brickworkers, where'd you go? You're over here. Hi, I need you guys to work more hours, please. And also boost. Give me bricks. I ran out of bricks. Too many upgrades! Way too many upgrades. How do I not have 25? Wait, what? I was pretty sure that we had 61 over here a second ago. We must have used it for some other building projects. Oh, they must all be going... Yeah, that's it. The concrete factory takes 455. That'll be why it all makes sense now. Produce up until, let's say, 600. All right, lots of pottery. So with all you guys doing your jobs, we should be producing lots more pottery. I could be buying pottery, but I'm okay with producing my own luxury goods. Furniture workshop. I'm going to place you right over here. It's not next to any housing or anything. Just go ahead and quick build. Sure, I'll allow some extra immigrants. Boost, 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 boost. Work longer hours, produce up to 600. Let's start making some additional furniture. I think one problem we're going to have is stuff like tulips, because we kind of ran out of space as far as production of tulips, so I might need to start importing that as a tier 1 luxury good. In fact, I'm about positive we're going to need to. Let's get another trading company. This time, it needs to go kind of closer to the main hub. Actually, something fits right here. I'm amazed. Perfect. Build this here, then. And you're going to be importing tulips, because there's no way that I'm able to get enough. But we're making so much money that I don't mind. Up to 600. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. All right, so now we're going to start buying a bunch of tulips to make up for my lack of production. Or, I guess in this case, arable land. And you know, it's funny because this is actually how a lot of civilizations do centralize and start building up. We're going to be taking increasing advantage of comparative advantage of different localities, which is to say the global market, globalism, right? And we're going to focus on our own specialties, in this case with a highly educated population that's able to produce refined goods and let other people produce my raw goods. That is how many, many civilizations actually have built up and worked. So I think it's kind of funny that we're actually reproducing that in the game sense, which again is a testament to how this game is pretty good. It forces me to change up a little bit. It's not Banished, where you're completely isolated and have to produce your own resources all the time. And I say completely isolated, that's not even actually true, but you get the point. I don't know, kind of cool. Jewelry crafting would be fun to get to. Are there other upgrades I would like instead? Ooh, we have new things. Hang on. Social welfare. Lose money for every citizen, but everyone's happy. I don't need job happiness. I'm already pretty darn happy. People revere me as a god. Grand Palace, it takes a lot of concrete. High fashion. Fashionable cloth can be made at the tailor. Okay. Minister of Agriculture, that takes steel and concrete, it looks like. Farm production when there's more than 8 farms. I mean, obviously there are. Industrial production or housing appeal. Okay. Melon seeds, we haven't produced enough pumpkins. Industrial tech, we can do several times. Research labs, use paper and turn it into science. Fascinating. Wine snob for better production of wine. Okay. Let's go ahead and build a castle. This is something I kind of want to do just because one of the big updates for the game was the ability to start getting victory points, right? And it's not that I care about victory points because... Oh, we should boost this up, by the way. It's not that I care that much about victory points because obviously we're not really competing against other players yet. But it'd be fun to at least get some of them, you know? They gotta look good. So we're producing wine. All right, producing like 76 per season. Be honest, it's not a lot, but we should be producing more and consuming less now, so no, it's going to get around. It's just kind of another backup tier 2 luxury. We should be seeing our pottery numbers go up, and they are. Beer is still not doing great. Furniture is now keeping up. Yeah, so I guess the next thing we could be doing is using wild cards, which, by the way, we have way too many of now, to get, guess what, more trading companies. They moved. Hang on, get this. And we will place you right over, let's say here, followed by a warehouse, followed by another beer brewer. Place you over here, I guess. We'll just go ahead and place some roads along over here. I don't really care that much. It's not very efficient, but it's fine. And we'll start importing some wheat. Oh, wow, the castle's already researched. That was really fast. Let's go for jewelry crafting. Buy a castle for 6,600. I can afford it. Oh my god, we're still making so much money. Let's build a castle. Why not? Castles are fun. Everyone likes castles. I'm going to place it right over here. It's going to take a stupid amount of stone. But the good news is, I am going to be buying lots of stone. You thought I was going to say I'm producing a stupid amount of stone. No, no, no. I am going to be buying a lot of stone. So I don't care. And we're going to go ahead and build the roads out kind of like this, because I think they'll look good. And by I think they'll look good, what I mean is I'm going to place down some trees, and I'm going to make them look good. It'd be really cool if these wonders did other things, right? Like, let's say they gave extra happiness for the cathedral, and they gave extra influence for the castle, and blah, 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 right? That'd be kind of cool. I think that's something they should add, personally. That would make sense to me. Placing down some shrubbery. They look a little bit dead, but to be fair, I'm building the castle in the useless desert anyway. Yeah, we just spent 800 buying a whole new round of stone. Who cares? Who even cares, bruh? Did I say bruh? Ugh, sorry, I feel bad. Let's boost up the quarry, though, so we can be producing more. I mean, the more we produce on our own, the better in general, right? Sustainability and productivity will be very good here in the concrete factory. We need to be producing as much of this as possible. Does take some stone and some sand, turns it into concrete. Excelente. I was about to do something, and I forgot what it was. Oh, we're going to stop producing so many dang wild cards. Let's swap back over to productivity books or something for now. So, we no longer need this iron smelter. We need to get industrial iron. Might as well place it up over here close to the mining site. And I guess I could place a steelworks up here, too. It's going to take a lot of bricks and stuff, and concrete, which I don't have. Although I could just spend 60,000 and skip that need entirely, and there we go. Now we don't have to worry about any bricks and stuff. We basically just bought it all out. I got money. Why not? Boom. I don't want to spend 1,000 bricks. Quick build. Boom. There we go. We'll have you work here. We do not need that many work hours, my god. And we can just dismantle this. Yeah, demolish that. We'll get the card back, and we'll toss it in the archives or something to make a tiny bit of money. I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and get the brewer. Since we have an extra card slot in our town hall that is actively not being used, and brewing is constantly an issue, we can just boost it up. I feel like we should be able to get better cards than what I've been getting. I feel like some of those cards are kind of useless. But alright, fine. Can we get another farm over here with tulips? Is that a thing? No, darn it. Well, I could make extra wheat. I guess we will, but it's not what I wanted. I'm going to get rid of this storage yard in favor of another warehouse because we can fit it. Quick build you. There we go. Done. Thank you. All right. Cool. So let's see. 31 and 31 becomes 142 iron. I don't know how the ratio compares to what we had before, but this feels at least reasonable. 31 and 31 becomes 74 steel. You know something we're going to need? More coal. Because I guarantee you we're going to be going through a lot of that. So let's get another trading company. Specifically for the purpose of importing extra coal. And placing it right next to where we want to be. Okay, so we need to import a lot more coal. Also, I was able to upgrade that, by the way, to a higher level because apparently we are indeed producing some concrete. Huzzah! That feels pretty good. We're running out of tier 1 luxuries rapidly. I'm gonna need to start importing some cannabis, aren't I? Ugh, fine. Bakers, you know what? If we've got some concrete, which I have 73 of, we can boost you guys up. Might as well make these guys more productive since food is still a top priority. There we go. Got some homeless populations, but, you know, oh well. Okay, so yeah, this is all going fine. We're researching that jewelry crafting. You know something I need is a goldsmith. Gold smelter. That's what I'm looking for. We need a gold smelter. And I could reduce the appeal value over here even further, but you know... What if I place another warehouse over here instead? And then we place the gold smelter over here. We're going to need to have some of that extra, like, storage space for all this industrial stuff anyway, am I right? What are we out of? Stone, completely. Why? Well, because we have a lot of castles doing this stuff. Let's start importing some wheat over here, up until you have, let's say 500. Boost, boost, boost. And then, of course, you need more stuff. But we don't have enough goods, stone, to actually do anything with this. Don't need more immigrants. We already have a homeless population. All these other towns are trying to join me. I appreciate it, but the answer is still no. Yeah, we're using up the stone really fast. Really fast. We can boost up our local production a little bit, and it does help. It does help a little bit. Yes, yes, more people leaving my town because of homelessness and blah, blah, blah. If you think I care, you just don't know me that well. I think we'll be producing things like gold ore and stuff over here automatically. Not enough input of stone. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so now that we have jewelry crafting, do we want to go for the clockmaker? Or do we want to start working toward electricity, which is a coal power plant? Mass-produced paper and cotton fabric. Cotton. You know, so that's something we have not been producing a lot of is cotton fabric. Other upgrades I might want instead? Fashionable cloth? Maybe. Industrial techs, conglomerate. Upkeep for trading companies reduced to 1. I feel like this isn't that useful because I don't think they cost that much to begin with. Truth be told. If we got some more heating tech, we could start improving the efficiency of my wool. Or sorry, my coal. Trade relations. Trading fee reduction actually increasingly makes sense. Well, bling bling? Luxury, happiness, and houses, but houses consume 2 times more luxury. That actually works for me if I can get enough production because it means I get more money. And bookworm, 50% more science, but we consume lots of books from the research lab. Fascinating. Let's go to the tech tree, and we're going to work on clockmakers. I do want to try to get some, try to get some electricity before we end up this series, which I'm envisioning that I'm probably going to do as of next video. Because I don't want to go too much further into this when there's still more that needs to be developed in the game. But I'm obviously having a lot of fun with this, so I could certainly be persuaded otherwise. But in the meantime, yeah, let's go ahead and end this video here since I'm out of time. Things seem to be going well. We're importing all the stuff. We're about to open up some new luxury goods. We are not really on top of food, sort of, but we are getting some more boosts as I get more concrete, so that all counts for something. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.